Roblox animated films are movies that are animated in Roblox. I had seen my fair share of Roblox films, either they're awesome films or just pure dumpster fire films that should go back to the depths of hell where it came from. But then there are Roblox movies that deserve a lot of attention, and I'm actually shocked that these movies have less views instead of 100k plus views that they deserve, due to how well written and well animated these movies are. So in this video, I'll be taking a peek at 5 underrated Roblox movies that deserve to be watched with a bag of popcorn and a cup of Pepsi Max. Now, I'll only be looking at animated Roblox films that are under 60k views, which means I won't be looking at the Bacon Hair,
It saddens me.
the Oh Dear, thank fucking god, or even The Last Guest, since those movies have over 60k views, especially The Last Guest. These movies also have to be either in parts or completed, so I won't be looking at sneak peeks or work in progresses either. And they have to be animated films, so sadly this means I have to leave out the Bounty Syndicate, since that's an upcoming animated Roblox series and not a movie. And I also want to say, this is not going to be a top 5 video because I do not want my video to become the source of infighting, because I believe that animated films shouldn't be a competition, so I'll not be rating any of these films at all. This is just me looking at each animated Roblox movie and giving them the attention that they deserve. So with that out of the way, let's start with Neon District is an animated film series created by Rainwaters. That's Waters with a Z, or C if you're American. Neon District is a story about a young hacker named Angeline, or simply Angel for short, who is seeking revenge. Now, I'm only going to be taking a look at part 1, because if I look at both 2, 3, and 4, I'll be here all day. So Angel came to Neon District to seek revenge. Like I said, she's a hacker. She ends up meeting Ace, who explained to her that ND is basically like North Korea, explaining how you can't leave the city, as well as they take your phone away. But Angela was able to smuggle her phone into the city by hiding it in her shoe, which I'm guessing the border security here is stupid. So she was able to hack into one of the security cameras where she needs to grab an access key, and after finding the watch, Angel was able to grab the access key before making her escape, although she was almost captured until she used her phone that she was able to smuggle into the city to cause a blackout. Angeline flees into one of the apartment complexes where Zero and her was able to hack into the security cameras to scope the city out, but then they were hacked out from the system, I assume by this guy, who I don't know who he is since I only watched part 1, but I'm guessing he's the main villain of this film series. And that's where the movie ends. Overall, I quite liked it. The animation can feel a bit choppy at times. The fight scene between Angeline and the watch feels too slow, and the lighting could use some work. And I do not like the fact that it uses text, but I get it. Hiring voice actors can be tricky in some cases, and time consuming even so, I understand. I'm grateful that the text is slow so I don't need to pause when reading it, and I'm more grateful that the user didn't use text-to-speech or even AI for the voices. But overall, as for the plot, I'm invested and I'm planning on watching the other parts of the film and possibly do a review of this series. I'm honestly glad that Shay, yes, Game Shay Studios, suggested me this film, alongside the other movie I'm going to be talking about later. Bullet War is a film created by Game Shay Studios, and before you assume, no, he did not ask me to put this in the list. And no, I am not adding him to the list because he's my friend. I added him to the list because the movie, just like Neon District and the other films on this list, deserves attention because it's well animated and the plot is really good. Bullet War is a film that focuses on 2 men named Dylan and Cheston, who are fighting against the dangerous Robloxian criminal gangs in their city. Fun fact about Dylan, he was part of a criminal gang before leaving after his friend or brother, I don't know who this guy is as it is never explained, unless it was explained but I simply forgot since I'm writing this part of the script by what I could remember and also while watching the movie too. If I had to be brutally honest about the movie, part 1, especially the beginning of part 1, feels slow and just boring. Like the pacing is slow and it doesn't help that the movie goes for 47 minutes. But overall, that doesn't mean I hate the film because I did enjoy the movie, especially part 2, which is a huge improvement. And there was like one scene that I just felt bad for laughing at.
Hang on, what's that over there? I don't see.
And what I heard from Shay is he's planning on reworking part 1 of Bullet Wall, so I do suggest you all to go take a look at it when you have the chance, and do show him and his team some support too alongside the other YouTubers that I mentioned on this list. Okay, next we got Strays is an animated Roblox horror movie. This film was actually suggested to me by Kenny Stan, and yes, I did say horror movie. That was created by Fizzsan Studios, which is another obscure Roblox animator. So basically this film is about two brothers who decide to go camping together in the woods, and then they end up being stalked by some entity, and a lot of horror shit happens in this film. The horror aspect of the film is unsettling, just as the reveal that the park ranger guy is actually dead, and so there is this zombie warning them about the past as such.
The moment you stepped into my forest, I knew you'd return. You think you can hide from your past? This place thrives on your pain.
But the film isn't that scary, however. It could just be me since I'm not really easily scared, and I do love the voice acting that goes into this film. It sounds really professional, although there is some dialogue that's just put me off.
Did you see the way he was staring at us?
Yeah, super weird.
It felt like we were in some bad horror movie.
But overall, the film is great, and I do like the details that the creators of the movie included, just as the lighting, the choice of stream models, and the deers moving at the start of the film is fluent, and they don't feel robotic. I'm honestly shocked that this movie has only almost 6k views, where it deserves more than that due to the amount of time and work that was put into this film. And I do highly recommend you go check it out if you enjoy horror and unsettling stuff as well as Roblox, because this movie is for you. Also, by judging their other content, they truly care for their animations and films, unlike certain people. Anyways, what's next? The Evil Alfred is a sci-fi Roblox film about a sentient robot from space called Alfred. Yes, that's his name, Alfred, who decided that he wants to fuck with humans by invading Earth with the help of his robotic army called mech soldiers. To basically slaughter and torture these Robloxians until there is none left. The movie is created by Fred, who is known for working with Oblivious HD on the upcoming The Baconhead 4 film. And yeah, that Oblivious HD. And before all you all come at me and say, you can't just include this movie on the list, because this movie is made by someone who is working for a huge YouTuber, which means this film would have got a lot of attention, which, yes. But here's the thing, unlike the last guest in the Bacon Hair, barely anyone knows about the Evil Alfred. I mean, yeah, the first film received 50k views, as well as 20k views for the sequel, but again, barely anyone on TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, etc. talk or draw fan art of this series, which is why I want to put it on the obscure Roblox films list. Not just because I personally know Ender, and I voiced Sarah in part 2. No! I can't do this myself alone! But because I want to help it get attention. As mentioned, the film is about an evil robot that goes to Earth with the intention to invade and cause mass extinction to the humans in the most brutal, torturous way possible. Of course, a film needs a hero, right? Well, it doesn't really have a hero, just 4 ordinary humans who are trying to survive, that being Ender, Ender Fred's self-insert, but he's honestly a lot better than the other self-inserts I saw in the past. Emmy, Ender's badass girlfriend, who is a total girl boss, and makes good pancakes. Maury, who I can just say is the nerd of the group. And Anthony, who is the nervous, easily scared boy of the group who was dragged into it when him and Maury were in the middle of fleeing the city. I'm not going to go in full detail of this film as I am planning on doing a review once part 3 is out. All I can say is for you to go watch it. What's great about this movie is some of the soundtrack is done by Stimulate 1, who is Ender's friend, and some of the voice acting is really good, except for Alfred in part 1.
Where are you, you little punny disgraceful humans?
But he later got an excellent voice change in part 2 that honestly fits him well.
Attention all humans. Eliminate amongst your peers, and we shall spare you to assist with our mission. Have I made myself clear?
The lighting is dark and dreary in some scenes, which matches the film's atmosphere, and some of the designs for the mech soldiers is good. Oh, and what's cool about T is that Ender adds little secrets into the film, just as ciphers to decipher, especially in his decreation of mech soldiers video, which I highly suggest you don't watch it if you are sensitive to gore, because there is gore in that video and there will be more gore in T as well. Anyways, now let's talk about one last film, that is... I'm gonna be real with you all. I am not the biggest Marvel fan. The only thing that is close to me kinda liking Marvel is Deadpool. I do love Deadpool, and I got my girlfriend to thank because when she came to visit me in Australia, aka my home country, she decided to try and marathon all 3 Deadpool films. Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Deadpool and Wolverine. Spoiler alert, we only watched the first film and we ended up just watching some Candy Crush before going to bed. Now, back on topic, Black Cat is a Marvel Roblox fan film all about the infamous cat burglar, Black Cat. I don't really have much to say except that the movie is pretty alright, even though it has its glaring issues or cons, just as the lighting not looking good, and it's really telling in the daytime scenes of the movie. And the voice actress for Black Cat is good, but her microphone isn't the clearest.
I say, for a thief, you're pretty loud. Probably just missed your food. I left plenty in your bowl though, so don't even think about asking for more. Hey, Marcy! I know who will give me the info I need and where he's going to be.
As well as some of the animations, especially when the criminals were shooting at her, just look sticks. Also, the sound effects doesn't sound good in some spots, especially the fight scenes, and I feel it could work better if the punching sound effects were overlapping with other punching sound effects. But this is a good fan project. I do love that there is a bit of LGBTQ plus rep in this film, because we rarely see any LGBT rep in the Roblox community, especially in Roblox movies. And the film is pretty engaging for me to watch. Oh, and the ending credits songs is a bop to listen to. Very catchy and good choice too. And I'm looking forward to seeing Pine Tree Studios' future projects. But yeah, those are my 5 obscure Roblox films that you guys should watch. Honestly, I only made this video to show that there are in fact good Roblox movies out there, but sadly they're covered by amounts of content farm slop or bad animated Roblox movies. And I also mostly made this video so these 5 films can get a chance in the spotlight and hopefully be the next popular film, because I want to revive the 2017 era of Roblox movies by showing that there are good films out there, and hopefully inspire other people to make their own Roblox film. So I'll be leaving a link below in the description and pinned comments so you guys can take a look and watch these great movies. I'll see you again next time. Bye!